It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, Newton gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
Anthony Brown.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
After the run, Newton going to throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Newton. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
He showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2 yards there, and it's going to lead him to third down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, watch that.
Now this time he'll look to throw. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And his kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
On first down, Stafford here. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on second and inches. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Steelers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
The Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now it's Newton. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and a yard.
54 Mike. Watch the slant. Check 43.
Again, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Under 8. He's coming. Double up.
Newton throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Newton on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Newton. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They got the interception, but very little more. Forces him to settle for 3, and it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a play fake it at Stafford. His throw incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Complete.
12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
A gain of 12.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
48-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Henry Ruggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
54, right there, right there. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go in front of him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mecole Hardman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
On 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Let's get off the field. Shift. 54.
Operating from the gun. Newton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Calais Campbell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Hardman on the return. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. On first down at Stafford. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Stafford. Flushed out right. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action. Stafford. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Mecole Hardman, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And not much happening on the return, as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Check.
Throwing again. Newton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Calais Campbell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Just beating the play clock is Newton. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Here's Hardman to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
45-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Stafford got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the gun, Stafford. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 7.
That's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And that is incomplete here.
Stafford's pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing again at Stafford. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again at Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his quarterback position.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw again on second down. Newton gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On second and 10, Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw on third down. Newton going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up? Now go. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Flush to his right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here.
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Down Pittsburgh.
Off a play action. Here's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught inside the 25.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on some...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd and a long way to go. Newton. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford steps away. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Galore, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Here's Newton. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
from the gun. Here's Newton.
29-yard line.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Calais Campbell. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And down he'll go at the 25. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And the Bengals grab it.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead, he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Play action. It's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brought him down. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Now Newton. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
3rd and 8.
Gun. Max 50. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this one is right through. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts. But now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Stafford going to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man. That's Hardman. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Bengals 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Newton. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Bengals first down.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.